Hello YouTube and welcome back to another video on Fire Project Gaming. So in this short video, I'm going to quickly talk about the Unforged versus the upcoming free event Claymore called the Luxurious Sea Lord or the Fish Claymore. Please check out my other video where I did a quick pre-analysis of it just before this video. Check that out. So in this quick video, I'm going to compare the Unforged and that new upcoming unreleased weapon. The reason why is because as we all know, if we've all been playing the game right now, especially during right now 2.1, the first half of it, we've all been polling for Raiden Shogun perhaps, and also on her weapon banner for the Engulfing Lightning. And you know, 50-50 is not always on our side, right? So like you, and many of you probably, I got the Unforged. And this is my first the Unforged, and I was lucky that I only got one of them. And then I got two Engulfing Lightnings back to back, so that was super lucky. And then I stopped my weapon banner summons at that point. Um, so so that's good. So with that being said, let's just make it clear here. The Unforged is still the third best Claymore, 5-star Claymore in the whole game, behind these two, the Song of Broken Pines and the Wolf's Gravestone, okay? So independently, it is quite a good weapon. It looks not so great aesthetically, but it has its quirks, right? Of course, it requires a shield, but that's because this came out during a time when it was, I think, the first Zhongli banner, correct me if I'm wrong, obviously to celebrate the whole Geo Archon storyline, etc. Geo, right? So that's where this comes from. This comes out with two other weapons in its series. I remember it was Vortex Vanquisher, which was Zhongli's original best in slot, which has been dethroned by Sephahoma later on, and also Summit Shaper, which is supposed to be Albedo's best in slot at that time. But both this and actually the Summit Shaper sword have the same, pretty much the same passive that's on the screen right now, where you have to be basically shielded in order to take advantage of extra shield strength and attack, etc., etc. So, so in my other pre-analysis video with where I talked about the Luxurious Sea Lord or the Fish Claymore, it's a mouthful. So the Fish Claymore, there's a lot of details already on YouTube and also on Twitter that Genshin Impact already released. Okay, so in their 2.1 live preview live stream, they already talked about it coming up at the next event, the Moonlight Merriment event with Keqing and Shangling, right? So we will be able to get that weapon to R5 during the event, and there should be a 1.5 enhancement bonus for experience purposes, so which means it's a discount if you enhance it and level it up during your during the event period. Of course, you will be able to get it to R5 as well. So at this stage, it's obviously really early because we don't have that weapon yet, but if we were to compare this weapon to that weapon, first of all, this is a 5-star, so no matter what, its base stats will be higher. This one's passive is very specific. You do need to be shielded. So obviously the best shielders in the game are Zhongli number 1 and Diona number 2, with potentially other possibilities if you were to, I don't know, if you were to level up, say, your your Noel shield or whatnot, right? There are other shielders in this game, and you know there may be new shielders coming, right? But for now, as of right now, Zhongli and Diona are the best shielders. So with this weapon, the Enforged, work well with all of our current roster of Claymore users who are on the screen as well. There are currently 8 available, and yes, this would work well with any DPS or sub DPS Claymore user, the Enforged. Okay, and in my last video with the Luxurious Sea Lord and Fish Claymore, I also talked about that. That one also works really well with every character. That is why this video is comparing these two, because both of these have a base attack and a substat that is attack percentage. Okay, it's just that that one's the Fish Claymore's passive is based on the burst, which all of these DPS sub DPS characters and even support Claymore users are focused on. So that's definitely going to be a benefit. This one is more for the Unforged on the screen is definitely more for people that you're playing or characters that you're planning to DPS or use a little bit longer on the field, right? Because you're going to shield them and then you're going to like attack with them. So for this purpose, I want to say the Unforged is definitely suitable for Eula, for Diluc, for Beidou, Xinyan, if you use her, I know not many people use her, but you know she is usable. Chongyun is actually quite amazing. I've been enjoying using Chongyun and Ayaka to kill the kill the thundering manifestation earlier in this patch, as well as to go and kill the pyro cube. I enjoy using them as a team. But yeah, that's just that. Oh, also, the pyro cube can be killed with other characters, of course. And I'm just saying these are my examples. But I actually really enjoyed Ayaka and Chongyun teaming up on the thundering manifestation. So anyway, and then for Sayu, I don't recommend the Unforged because her role is a healer and she does need a lot of energy. So she, again, similar to the Luxurious Sea Lord video, I also pointed her out as the one Claymore user that is both weapons are technically not suited for. And then Noelle, if you use her, yeah, sure, she can definitely fill that role, especially if you're FTP or earlier in the game and you did pull on this weapon banner and you did get the Unforged. Don't consider it unlucky because it is still a good weapon, okay? It's just that obviously, for the current purpose of this weapon banner that we're pulling on now, you wanted the Engulfing Lightning, obviously, if you were to go for Raiden Shogun, that's all, right? But this is still a good weapon. So as you can see on the screen, I have not even leveled up mine yet. I started leveling up, then I started deciding, no, I need to save my resources for other weapons, because as you can also see on the screen, all of my characters already have a weapon that they're in use for. I do not use my Noelle, just for the disclaimer here. I do not use my Razor. I'm not planning to level either of them up. They are among the 5 characters in my whole account that I'm not planning to level up or use. So for those reasons, they are just holding placeholders right now, basically. So I'm just leaving them there. So of the actual 6 Claymore users that I am actually have used or currently will be using, they are leveled up and they all have weapons assigned to them already. So this was, to me, is an extra weapon, okay? I'm currently using Beidou in Inazuma because of I'm trying to use her with Raiden Shogun. However, I already know that they're not really good team players. I know that. But then at the same time, I want to try out different characters. So yeah, so my Beidou is using the Black Cliff Slasher. It's not bad on her. I think this could be better, obviously. But then this has its merits too. That's a different story, a different video, talking about Black Cliff weapons, okay? But regardless, long story short here, I think that what are we gonna do for people like myself and you guys who have the Unforged? Don't throw it away, obviously. Definitely level it up for those of you who have the resources, Mora and Mystic Ores, and the of course weapon enhancement materials, and ascension materials. Make sure that you level it up and use it on one of your characters. If you're like me though, and your characters already are assigned a weapon and they're happy with it, then obviously you can just leave it, because there will probably be newer Claymore users coming anyway. So definitely this will never go to waste. But in addition, the upcoming Fish Claymore, the Luxurious Sea Lord, is also going to be a really awesome weapon to have in your itinerary. Have in your inventory, and for use for any future Claymore user as well. So make sure that you keep them both. And I think that this video, although it looks like it's versing each other, they both have their merits and they're both solid weapons. So there's no like, oh, one is trash and one is not. No, it's not like that at all. Unlike in another video that I did, check that out too, where I'm comparing the Catch, the Skyward Spine, and the Engulfing Lightning. Now, there is no trash weapon in that set as well, just as a quick summary. It's just that it depends on what you have and who you're using, etc. But overall, like, technically, most weapons in this game are pretty good, with the exception of the Bell, for example, on my Noelle, and a few other, like, lower level weapons that no one's using. But overall, though, the Unforged and the Fish Claymore are awesome weapons, and I look forward to getting that to R5. May not get that one to level 90 right away because I'm out of resources. I can't even get this to level 90 right now, so we will just see. But anyway, I just want to share this with you guys, in case anyone was wondering, etc. Of course, once we get them, maybe there'll be a damage test, etc. to discuss. But for now, this is a pre-analysis, and if you like this content and if you want to support the channel, please feel free to throw me a like, hit the notification bell, leave some comments, subscribe to the channel, and check out my other videos as well. And I'll continue to post more and more videos as we move forward. Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you guys in the next one.